Hey there, guys. I want to take 10 minutes real quick and tell you about a couple of things I picked up recently at the Cleveland Magic Expo, Penguin Magic's Cleveland Magic Expo. Now, a lot of people have been asking about this, so I thought I would kind of burst that bubble and kind of let it out. And of course, you already know what this is because you've seen the title. This is Michael Weber's Great Complete Mentalism Act. What's enclosed inside of this book is some of the best kept secrets of Michael Weber. For those of you who don't know who Michael Weber is, he is the rock star of magic and mentalism, in my opinion. I mean, I think he's the highest paid consultant, one of the highest paid consultants out there. He does more shows a year than most people can dream of, and he's just a great guy. And I mean, literally, he does so many shows. I love it. We're talking to him at Magic Expo. He does so many shows. He has to turn some down now because he's got a family and he's taking the time to build that family. And Michael's a very nice guy too, which is why it brings me great pride to be able to kind of share a little bit of this with you. So what is this? This is something that if you're looking for quantity, it'll satisfy you. If you're looking for quality, it will phenomenally satisfy you. You're literally getting a looking-in view into the work of somebody that performs for heads of state, for movie stars, for billionaires. Michael is absolutely crazy, and he fools the crap out of me every single time. Now, that being said, I'm going to review this, but the only way I think to actually get this is to contact Michael Weber if he has some available, and as well as that, to probably the only way, or bump into him at a magic convention, have him be selling stuff, which is a rare occasion because he's literally working so much. This book has a few things in it. I'll tell you, the first thing in here is something that I believe, if I remember, I hope I'm saying the right person. I apologize, Michael, if I'm not. It's called No. It's a beautiful routine that Ross Johnson now uses as his closer to his show. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's great. I don't want to say too much of what it is. It's a routine that the staging and everything on it is just great. The next thing in it is called No and Tell. And it's sort of like, it's a beautifully staged Karasuke-esque routine, but it's not Karasuke in any way at the same time. It's weird. It makes you think of Karasuke, but it's not. But it's beautiful. It's really great, and it's just theatrically laid out beautifully. Next after that in here we have Memories, which is Michael's take on the memorized deck. And for those of you that are workers of using cards in your mental acts, I say if Michael Weber's using cards in his mentalism act, you might want to reconsider your opinion if you don't do it. Once it gets the stylistic thing, but I feel like if Michael Weber does it, there's probably some great value there, especially, and Luc Germain does it as well. But it's a brilliant take on the memorized deck that's quintessentially simple. After that, he has Crosswords, which is an update on one of his effects from Lifesavers that he put into his book Lifesavers. Crosswords is a really interesting kind of book test or word test that just has a lot of clever things in it. The real thing that appealed to me out of all of this was Michael's drawing duplication. Back to the drawing boards. It's fantastic. This is a drawing duplication that will probably fool almost everybody in the room, including magicians, and it just looks impossible. It's hands off, and really, I mean, literally, you don't have to touch the drawings anytime. You don't have to touch the pads anytime if you don't want to. To me, that's beyond amazing clever. I think it's great, and it cleans itself up at the end, so everything can be handed out if you wanted to, and there's nothing to find. The final thing in this little book is a proposed show order, where Michael talks about some of the ways he's organized some of the things in here, and how he's presented it over the years. And once again, it's all very brief. All of the great things out there that I found some of the greatest things I found out there are in these small pamphlets like this. It's very inconspicuous. It's things everyone overlooked at the Cleveland Magic Expo. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I highly recommend this. The price tag on is $100, and there's only 24 pages in the book. But out of those 24 pages, you have the very act, thoughts, and love put into it by somebody that is truly one of the greatest in our art ever. On top of that, I want to talk about the other thing I purchased from Michael at the Cleveland Magic Expo, and that's this book right here, Make Things Right. And I wish I'd had Michael sign both of them. I didn't think about it, but I have Michael's signature actually in mine. It's great. It's just a small pamphlet that is 13 pages. Is it 13? Yes, 13 pages long. And basically what it gives you the ability to do, and you can apply this to anything. It's really great. There's a couples routine in here that's perfect. I really actually want to use it on. I want to use this really bad. It's great. So the concept of it is there's a few different ways to present it, and Michael has a great way of great performance ideas in here. The basic idea and the root method he describes in here is using coins, but you can have a written prediction claiming that, you know, whether it be it's an equation that turns disorder, it turns chaos into order, and you can rearrange. With this prediction, it has instructions to rearrange whatever you're using into an order where they match perfectly. It's really clever how it's really amazing how clever the stuff is in this book. I like this kind of stuff. It's pretty much kind of taking it almost has a feel in a way of playing cards applied to any objects. I think that the real meat and potatoes of this is it should really let your creativity open up. I look at the works of Michael Weber and I just see that he's done so much work, so many variations on it, and every time I see his name on anything, I know it's quality stuff. This is no exception. I cannot remember the price tag on this it was a gift, but it's absolutely fantastic. I really enjoy the works in here. The chart, the prediction basically is a chart that tells you how to reorganize things, and it's great. Michael, when he was there, I'll give this away. I hope he doesn't mind because I'm gonna mention this. I don't think it's in the book. I might have just overlooked it. I might just have my memory fading because it's almost midnight here in Ohio where I'm at. But he talks about in his house he'll do this effect with shoes sometimes, and that's really cool to me, man. If you can do, you know, you have people mix up their shoes and then have a prediction that predicts that you do exactly how they mix them up, and it shows how to put them back in order. So overall, I'm not sure how much this is, but I'm gonna guess it's probably somewhere around the range of $40 or $50. I don't know. Once again, it's another one of those things that if you can contact Michael Weber or just see Michael Weber live at an expo or something, that's how you get this. Other than that, pretty much impossible to get. Sorry. But these two books have been such a great food for thought. I think that once again, the best things out there are not these. Some of the best things out there are not these super thick books that are packed full of all this stuff. It's small books that are packed full of quality stuff. And these fit that very much. So we're reaching about the 9-minute mark here. So I want to quickly take a moment and just thank Michael Weber for being so kind to me. He's such a nice guy. I mean, when you meet Michael, you know, if his sincerity kind of bleeds through to you, it's contagious. And I think that that's a big root of his success is his win friends and influence people kind of style. But the material in these books is second to none. Well, I guess I won't second to none. It depends on your opinion on the matters. I personally found it very beneficial. I'm going to reframe some of these, and in my development I make multiple shows, and I like designing different shows to go with different demographics, different people, what will appeal to different people, different age groups, and these definitely appeal to a higher class thinking audience, which is primarily what Michael's demographic is. So if you want to perform for millionaires, it's a good idea to see what someone that performs that kind of class of people actually, what they do. So these come highly recommended, and I hope you can pick up a copy eventually and enjoy it. It's worth every penny.